welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie, and I disappeared again. I dropped off the grid again. June was still kind of rough, and then got into July, and I wasn't feeling it still, and so, but now here we are. Feeling a little bit better, I want to say. Not the best, unfortunately, still. Still bust out crying anytime I think about Nisha. So I try not to do that. But good news is that I did read a lot in July. And so I'm hoping to kind of carry that forward for the rest of the year, or at least for the next couple of months. So yeah, I think I managed to read 11 books in July. So I'm gonna do a wrap up video for June and July. I'm just gonna stick them both together. But you're probably wondering, well, what about monthly TBR? Well, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth and try to play the board game and then have an official TBR, because I just kind of want to go with the flow. I want to go with the mood and I just want to read. So instead, I got my lovely spinner wheel here. I'm going to put on this spinner wheel the books that I want to read the most right now. Like, I really want to read them right now, but I can't decide between any of them, which is normal. I'm going to spin it, and whatever it lands on, that is what we are going to read this month. Or, well, I'm doing one book at a time. So I'm spinning, I'm reading the book, and I'm spinning. So this might actually be a slightly short video, as it's just going to be me spinning. I might give like a short little snippet of what I thought of the book. And then that might be it. I don't know yet. I haven't really decided. But I'm definitely not going to try to bog myself down to say these are the 3 books that I'm reading. I want to read the one book, pick a different book, put it on here, spin it again, and see, how we're still feeling about the genre that I have selected on the spinner wheel or the book itself. I don't know. I just want to go with the mood. I just want to go with the mood. So we're just going to build on that this month. We're going to see how this goes. These are the books of the moment. I have Rights of the Starling, Bound by Shadows, The Kingdom, Bride of Brutal Hearts, Who Heard the Waters Call, He Who Fights with Monsters, Brutal Tides and Between Tides and Thunder, The Anatomy of Magic, Warrior Princess Assassin, and Given. So let's see what we get. Once I find out what I'm going to get, I'm going to read the book. I'll do a short little vlog, I guess, with it. And then spin again. I don't know how this is going to turn out video-wise. But yeah, we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see how this works. I don't know quite yet. I just know that I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood, and I think the wheel's gonna work out better in the long run. It'll pick one thing, I'll take it off, I'll replace it with something else I really want to read what I already had, spin it again, and then go so on and so forth. But anyway, without any further ado, The Kingdom. Okay. So The Kingdom is actually a sequel of a book that I read in, wow, July. It's actually a book. It is a sequel of a book that I read in July. The first book, I believe, was called The Reckoner. I think it was The Reckoner. Is that what it was? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to my library so I can see exactly, hopefully, which book it is that I am talking about. The Restorer. I was so off on like most of that. I got like the first letter. I got the and I got the R and the at the end, and like the whole middle was just something completely wrong. So The Restorer is kind of like a paranormal mystery type situation. And so you have this main female character that she is a cemetery restorer. And of course everybody knows that, you find a lot of ghosts and stuff that haunt cemeteries. And so there are a few rules in this world. And that is never acknowledge the dead, never stray far from hallowed ground, never get close to the haunted, which people that have ghosts attached to them, and never ever tempt fate. And she somehow gets dragged into an investigation because she was restoring a cemetery, and while she was not on the property because it was raining or one thing or another, a body was found. And so she's kind of getting dragged into this investigation. And the detective that is in charge, he is a haunted. And so she's not supposed to get close to anybody that is haunted. Because, again, you don't want the ghosts you don't want to acknowledge the dead. You don't want them to know in any shape, way, or form that you can see them. And so being close to somebody that is haunted makes that a little hard. So The Kingdom is the sequel to The Restorer. When I do believe there are 6 books in this series. There is a 0.5, so it would be like a prequel to the 6 books. But I don't know when that came out or if I really need to read it, because book 1 made more than enough sense to me. But anyway, we're going to start with The Kingdom. We're going to take that book off the list now. Maybe. Okay. And we will eventually we will find a book to replace it with. I'm not going to think about it right this very second, just because of time. I'm sure that there's something that exists on my shelves that I want to read as much as all of these books. But I digress. It may even be the 3rd book in the series that I'm about to read again. We will see. But until that update, that is all. I am about 40% into The Kingdom. I did not get to read any of it today. I was going to read some tonight, around 7 o'clock. But I forgot that there was a watch along tonight with some of my friends that I've made on BookTube, Mel and Nat and a few other people. We were watching National Treasure together. So that was a lot of fun. So I didn't get any reading done. I also did not do my laundry. So great things happened there. So I probably have something. I probably have something for tomorrow for work. But beyond tomorrow, probably not. So laundry will have to be done tomorrow. But I had a lot of fun watching National Treasure with everybody. And since we were watching National Treasure, we were talking about watching the second one. We were talking about watching Tomb Raider. We were talking about Uncharted. We were talking about The Mummy and the Da Vinci Code. And that happened to mention that there was a book that was kind of like The Mummy or whatnot. I think it was The Mummy that we were talking about at that point, and the book that was similar to it. And Mel happened to have it on her Goodreads, and so she looked it up. And naturally, that book has ended up on my wheel now. It is Empire of Shadows. Jacqueline Benson, I think is the author's name. So naturally, that is now on the wheel, but we're not dealing with the wheel right now. We're still 40% into the kingdom, which I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but the first book takes place in Charleston, South Carolina. So very close to home there. And I'm pretty sure that the main female character was raised in Charleston, South Carolina. I think her mother was as well, or very close to. And her father, I think, was maybe North Carolina, but came down for his work. And if you get the audiobook, the main female character or the narrator does the whole book in a southern accent, which can be very interesting when you're reading it at like 3.2, 3.4, so that it matches your eye speed of reading. So I am enjoying the second book. I was a little worried in the beginning because there is a dog in this one. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. If anything happens to this dog that is not fixable or curable, that will be the end. That will be it. The book will immediately be DNF'd, or yeah, that's a line. So, thankfully, we're good at the moment. But it is an interesting premise. We have actually traveled from Charleston. Oh gosh, I don't remember where we have traveled to, and I don't have my Kindle with me. But it's about an hour, 2 hours away. And it's talking about a lake that has a cemetery that was not moved underneath it. Like there are houses and everything like under this lake because nothing was moved. before they created the lake. And apparently, when this cemetery was made, um, before its twin was made on like dry land, um, they had the system of the bells. Does anybody remember the bell system? That they would put like a bell above the graves, and it had a string that led down into, I think, the coffin. So if by some chance somebody got buried alive, they could ring the bell. I think is what the premise is for that bell situation. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know. But it was brought up in this book that it was something that was practiced when this graveyard, like before this graveyard was put underwater. As though in the beginning, somebody's like, they ring the bells under the lake. But anyway, I am still enjoying the book. I'm gonna read a little bit before I go to bed. AKA, I have 2 hours left. I might, and then probably end up staying up the rest of the night and reading it, listening to it, because that's what I do. And so I will update you again, possibly in the morning if I'm not running late. So I did not have to DNF The Kingdom. I did finish it last night about midnight, maybe a little bit after, but not too much long after, I don't think. Definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, I do kind of enjoy the fact that I'm learning some things about Charleston. I learned some things about where this book took place, which again, that escaped me. But a ferry is definitely had to be taken to get there, and it is somewhere, I do believe, in South Carolina. And I do know that she mentioned having to go through Columbia to stop for gas. So, yeah, I really do need to figure out where it is exactly that she went in book 2. But oh well. Since it is a sequel, I don't want to say too much. So we're just going to leave it that I gave it 4 stars for the moment. And I really do kind of want to read the 3rd book now. And so the Parable of Horribles has been replaced with The Prophet. So we're going to spin the wheel and see what we are reading today. Who heard the water's call is what we will be reading today. I do not know a lot about what this book is about. I do think that it is Nordic inspired. But off the top of my head, I think I just really liked the cover and the fact that it was a Nordic inspired story. And I really don't remember much else about it. So we're going to see if I'm content with trying to read this book today. And if not, you will see a digital wheel spin. Because this is probably, if that happens, this is just an NRN, not right now type book. And we're just going to move on. We're going to spin the wheel and see what the next pick is. But for now, we're going to attempt this guy. And I'm going to head off to work for the day. Yay, Monday. So, instead of reading, I am going to be starting a puzzle because yeah, that's what we're doing. Woo-hoo. Lots of pieces. Yeah. Stop. Okay. Should be fun. Yeah, it's not gonna give me. It's not gonna give it to me soon. All right, so I just have the one book under my belt this week. We're gonna close it out, and we're going to cross our fingers that next week I will read more. But right now, yeah, I had a busy week. I had to move buildings at my job, and it's very stressful and it's a big change, and it is not working out for me already, like sensory wise and whatnot. So it's been kind of a busy week, and then Saturday I definitely slept most of the day away because I was recovering from the week, and then today I went to Folly Beach and the Archives bookstore for the National Book Lovers Day. So it's been kind of busy, busy week, very, very busy week. So I took out this puzzle yesterday, and I've been kind of sorting through pieces to see kind of where I want to start, how I want to do it. So I think tonight I'm going to do this puzzle, or I'm going to start this puzzle because it's like 1,000 pieces, and it's from I think the Magic Puzzle Company. I think is where it's from. So it's different from regular kind of puzzles, which I enjoy that. I like the challenge of it, and it's very calming. So this is kind of what I'm going to do, and then possibly later tonight or tomorrow morning before I go to work, I will be starting a new video for like a weekly TBR wrap-up type situation for the second week of August. So hopefully, I'll get my act together and I'll do that. But anyway, if you like this video, like it. If you want to see more by me, subscribe. But yeah, until next time.